Hello, welcome. My name is Kelly and this is Maxwell. Thank you, friends, for showing up and for coming to your mat. We'll get started right now. It is 8 o'clock. Let me do this real quick. Okay. All right. All right. So you guys, let's start on our mat. Of course, on our mat, on your back, okay? So let's lie down and we'll settle the lower back onto the floor. Hope everyone is ready for the day or getting ready for the day with get comfortable. If you're uncomfortable, I want you to be comfortable in what you're wearing and on your mat. If you need to place a blanket underneath your body to be more comfortable, then do that. And this is an all levels class, so not everybody swaying your knees from side to side. I'm just moving, but not telling you what I'm doing. Swaying your knees from side to side. Whoa, Maxwell. And then bring your knees up so your knees are over your hips. And you can flex your feet, separate your shoulder blades and let the shoulders come down to the mat. And make sure your neck, your chin is neutral. If your head is lifted off the floor and you can't settle your head down, I want you to put something underneath so that you can relax your neck and shoulders. So reaching your arms, your hands to your sides, I want you to tap your right toes to the floor and then lift up. And then tap to the floor again and lift up. And then extend and tap a little further away and lift up. Extend the left leg straight. And then tap the toes to the floor and lift your knees. So as you do that, you'll notice that you may start to tense up around your shoulders and your neck. So I want you to relax. Tap your toes out farther away from the body, continuing that as you keep the left leg straight up. And tap out as far as you can. And then maybe extend the leg out straight and tap the heel down. Tap, and then bend your knee and bring it in. And then tap again and hold, hover the leg over the floor. Breathe in. Draw your lower back into the floor. The tendency is to have your back round, so you're using your ab strength, your transverse abdominis strength to pull your back into the floor. Or press the back into the floor. Good. Now bend your knees, bring your knees into your chest, let that go. Rock from side to side. Mini relax. And then knees bent, 90 degrees, flex your feet. But then you're going to point your left toes and tap to the floor. Palms on the floor or hands on the floor. Relax your shoulders. Lower back pressed into the mat. So tap the foot out. Now extend the right leg up straight. That'll make it a little bit harder. You're also stretching your hamstrings as we're holding this position. Then tap your toes to the floor and lift up. And then tap out further away from the glutes. Lift up. Lower back pressed into the mat. Don't let the back arch. And extend out and tap. Knees in or knee in, and then extend and tap the floor and hover. Breathe. Straighten the right leg, straighten the left leg, lower back pressed into the floor. Abs in, contracting. Good. Now bend your knees, bring your knees into your chest. Legs straight up. Flex your feet. Bend your knees, hands behind your ears, Extend the right leg, and you can lower closer to the floor, or if you reach the leg at an angle, it's easier on the back. You again want to press the lower back into the floor, right? And then bring your right elbow over to the left knee, and then look up, and then we'll change sides. And then reach, and then we'll change sides. Reach, and change sides. So when you change sides, or change the way you're tipping or turning the body, bring your knees together, and maybe you can start to extend out. Straight, knees together. Straight, knees together. Straight, knees together. Good. Breathe. Extension, and then twist as you extend the leg out. Reaching the opposite elbow over to the side. So do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hug your legs. Everyone, rocking from side to side. Stay there, rock from side to side. Get comfortable. Hi Lawson, hi Dean, hi Shelly. Thank you for tuning in. Everyone come up to a seated position and cross your legs. Inhale and reach the arms up. Maxwell. Inhale and reach your arms up. Bring your arms down and then turn towards the left. I know. Inhale and reach up, and then turn the other way. Inhale and reach up. Good. So to change the crossing of your legs, inhale, reach, and then turn. Inhale and reach, and then turn. Excellent. Now bring your feet in front of you. Separate your feet about the width of the mat. So bring your feet out to the edges of the mat, and you can bring your hands behind and kind of just lean back and look up. Just broadening through the chest. Rock the knees over to the left so your feet come up. The soles of your feet come up. And then tip your knees over to the other side, the right. Go ahead and tip left and tip right. Breathe. Then place the feet in front of your hips and pull your body into the thighs by reaching the hands and the arms around the legs and look forward. Then round your back. And then flatten the back and look forward. And again, round. You can hug the legs in together. And then flatten the back again, so you're sitting up on your sitting bones. And then when you round the back, you roll on the other side of your sitting bones. And now you're feeling that nice rounded curvature in the spine. And then contracting the abs and pulling in. Good. Now cross your legs, and we're going to come onto all fours. Hands in front of you. Or hands underneath the shoulders. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Place the top of the feet down. and arch the spine, looking forward. And then round the spine. So you're gonna do that several times, warming up the spine and the hips. And you don't have to just stay straight up and down. You can actually kind of turn to the side, working out any of kinks from sleeping or from being stationary. And start to just kind of move organically with how your body feels like moving. And then return to cat-cow, lifting up and then lowering. Lift and then lower. Walk your hands out, a good handprint. Tuck your toes and lift your knees up off the mat, downward facing dog. So today, be mindful of the movement from position or pose to pose, more than being so focused on the pose. Not to be distracted from that, but pay attention to movement from place to place. So step your feet closer together, lift your right leg up, inhale. Bend your right knee before you bring the leg in, but bend the knee and then reach the knee in towards your nose and place your foot between your hands and set your left knee down. Inhale and reach your arms out to the side and then reach up. Look up at your hands. Exhale, sweep the hands down to the floor. Hamstring stretch, flex your foot in the front, press your heel into the floor. Look forward, lift the heart. Then place your foot on the floor. Then lift up your left knee. Press into the floor. Lift the right foot off the floor. Downward facing dog. We'll go to the other side. Lift your left leg up. Look back behind. Bend your knee. Then bring your thigh into your chest and start to shift forward. Knee towards your nose. Step your foot between your hands. Set your knee down. So again, mindful of the movement from position to position. Very, very smoothly. Sweep down, flex your foot in the front. Lift your heart, hamstring stretch. Good, now set your foot down. Place your hands on the floor. Downward facing dog. And set the knees down. Walk your hands back to your knees and reach your arms up. And then bring your hands to your heart. So I want to show you something. So when you're stepping through or from downward facing dog and you're bringing your foot forward, so rounding your back allows you to have space. So like in cat pose, like this, that allows you to have more space to bring the knee in. If you're like this, then you've got less space. So I'll show you what I mean. So everybody come on all fours. And round your back, lift your right knee up and bring your knee in towards your nose. So you're on your hands and your knees, but just bring your knee towards your nose with your back rounded, spreading the blades apart. And then set that down. Now let's do the other side. So round your back, press into the floor like you're in cat pose. Lift your left knee up, bring it in towards your nose. And just notice where your knee comes to, and then set that down. So now flatten your back. Don't round the back and bring your knee in. So now your knee doesn't come very far forward because you have less space. So think about that when you're in downward dog and you bring the knee forward. You have to round the back to bring the knee in more. So therefore, bringing the foot forward. Let's do it on the other side. So back flat this time. Lift your left knee and bring it in. Doesn't come quite as far, but then if you round the back, your knee can come forward more and potentially step further forward. So think round the back whenever you step the foot forward. One of the key ingredients to stepping forward with ease. Then the other thing is to bring the heel to the floor first, lifting your toes towards your shin, flexing your foot. All right, so let's do that. Lift up your knees, downward facing dog, everyone. So set up your downward facing dog, push the floor away, lengthen through the back of the legs, reaching the hamstrings to the back of the wall, the back of the room. Reach your right leg up, inhale. Bend your knee, bring your thigh to your belly, and round your back, and step your foot between your hands. Your heel contacts the floor first, and then set the toes down. Set your knee down. So bringing awareness to your feet. Press into the big toe mound. Reach up your arms and look up at your hands. Then exhale your hands to your heart. And now shift back just like we did before, stretching your hamstrings. So keep your hips up, don't sit on your heel. Good. Let's go to the other side. Place your foot on the floor, hands on the floor, press into the floor. Same thing, same way we came in. Lift your heel to your glute. Extend that leg up and back, downward facing dog. Reach your left leg up, then bend your knee, bring your thigh to your belly, shift forward, place your heel down first, not your toes first, right? Set your knee down. Inhale and reach your arms up. Good. Exhale, shift, flex your foot in the front, keep the hips up. Very nice. And then set your foot down, Maxwell. Put your hands on the floor, lift up your heel, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now look forward, bend your knees and step your feet to your hands, lengthening your head forward. Exhale and fold. Hold right here, stretching the back of your legs, but be soft in the knees. Bend the knees and then kind of straighten the knees as much as possible. Reach for your elbows and sway the arms over to the side of the right side. Feel the left side stretch. And then sway the arms over to the other side. Relax the shoulders. Your head is framed by the arms. So think your head is dropped all the way through, all the way down, swaying from side to side. Now bring the hands to the shins, lengthen the head forward. Then stand all the way up. Inhale and reach your arms up. Good morning, everyone, or hello if you are doing this on replay. Thank you for participating and being here. I appreciate you. So if you're new to my class, my name is Kelly, and you are in Yoga Fit. So let's flow, Vinyasa flow, with your breath, emphasized. Press into your feet, emphasizing your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up, a little back bend right there. And then exhale, fold over your body. We'll do one sun salutation A. Drop the head, inhale, half lift. Plant your hands, exhale, plank. Lower down to the mat. Everyone, cobra pose. Press the feet into the floor, the top of your feet. Lift your chest up, look down the bridge of the nose. Then pull from your abs, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So set your feet on the floor. You can chest out the space of your downward dog, your feet from your hands, by coming into plank. So if you're in the right position for plank, hands, wrists under shoulders, and heels over balls of the feet. There's your position. Then lift the hips up and bring them back, downward facing dog. There's your position. So you can kind of gaze at where you are on the mat. That's where you always will come to in downward dog, which we'll do a lot in class. Bend your knees and step to your hands. Lengthening the head forward. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to the top with a little back bend right there. Soften your knees. Exhale your arms to your side. All right, sun salutation B. We're going to bring the toes together. So big toes touching, your ankles are apart, right? You don't want to crush the ankle bones into each other. Reach your arms forward with a soft squat, right? So it's just soft, you're a little bouncy, a little buoyant. Soft knees, soft hips. Then exhale, fold. So you'll fold over with your knees slightly bent. Lengthen the head forward. Plant your hands and step back. Going through a vinyasa. So you'll lower down to the mat. Cobra pose. Draw the shoulders and chest away from the floor. Then tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your right foot forward between your hands. So remember, round your back, step your foot forward, heel touches first. And then inhale, warrior one. So you'll set the foot at an angle behind you, heel on the floor, getting that nice stretch through your flexors right there, the calf muscle behind. Exhale your hands to the floor. Press into the mat, vinyasa. So you're stepping the leg back, high plank, lower down. Cobra pose, draw the shoulders back, look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg steps forward. Heel down, inhale and reach. Draw the right side forward, the left side back. Feel the stretch in that right leg. Press the blade edge or the back edge side of your foot into the mat so you're lifting the arch. Exhale your hands to the floor. Vinyasa. Shift, lower, chest up through cobra. Look forward, exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Warming up the body. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. So notice the distance from your hands to your feet. Is it about where you were from plank? We can test that out. Everyone come to plank right here. Hopefully you didn't have to wiggle your feet or move your hands. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Look forward, bend your knees, step to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale your arms to your heart, right here. And then sink your hips back, chair pose. Reach your arms up. We're gonna twist to the right, but I'm gonna show you a trick. It's not really a trick, but just as helpful. Lower down to a deeper squat position, then bring your left arm to the outside of your right leg, like that. And then you'll slide the arm down to the elbow. Then bend your elbow, place your hands together, and turn. Good, now start to untwist, reaching your arms up. We're gonna go to the other side. Stay here, I know you're feeling your legs. Reach the right arm to the outside of your leg, and then bring your hand to your hip. Pull that back, reach your arm down to the elbow. Put your palms together, and look. Good, now inhale, reach your both arms up. Chair pose, exhale, fold. Lengthen the head forward. And here's your vinyasa. So step back, lower down. So this time if you want, come to chaturanga, elbows bent 90 degrees. Flip your feet over, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, stretch it out away from you. Bend your knee, thigh to your belly, shift forward, knee to nose, step your foot between your hands. Warrior one, inhale, reach. Good, exhale. Hands to the floor, vinyasa or downward dog. So you do your choice, high plank, chaturanga, up dog, exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up, bend your knee, thigh to your belly, shift forward, step your foot, heel down, inhale, warrior one. You're doing great. Exhale, hands to the floor, vinyasa. So here, lower down, up dog, exhale, downward dog. Beautiful job. Push the floor away. 3 breaths. Inhale. So as you're here holding this position, even though you're listening for my cues, be aware of what you're feeling, what's happening in your body. Take 1 more deep breath in and lift your heels, bend your knees, step or float to your hands. Lengthening the head forward, bring your feet close together, chair pose. So that soft squat position, and then stand tall. Inhale up, exhale your hands to your hips. So stand in your left foot, and you're gonna pick up your right foot off the floor. Begin to bend your knee, bring the knee up to your side. So balancing. Rotate your foot around, both directions. Going to tree pose. Bring your knee to the side. So then when you reach down and grab your ankle, you can place the foot pretty easily on the inner thigh. If you need to, place the foot on the calf down below the knee, like that, right? Otherwise, you're up here, balancing. Inhale and reach your arms and stretch. Feel the length of your arms, shoulders roll back. Bring the hands down to our arms to your sides. Turn your palms facing out. Externally rotating at the shoulders. Good. Knee forward, extend your leg forward. Hand underneath your hamstring. Everyone, hips level. Good. Room shifting, flex your foot. Now let your leg go. Using your strength, your quad strength, your flexors, strengthening right here, holding your leg up. Shift the leg back behind you. Airplane or warrior three. Abs in, pull in your front ribs. Abs in, extend through the back leg. Reach your arms forward. Then sweep the hands down and bring the leg in. Let's do the other side. So standing in your right foot, press into the heel, the big toe, just below the toes in the foot. So lift your left leg up. You can rotate just to do it. Hand at your hip. Bring the knee to the side. Set your foot on the inner thigh or calf. So as your body shifts from movement, find your balance. Inhale, reach your arms up. Good. Arms go down to your sides. How's your balancing today? No worries. It changes from day to day. Looking forward. Now bend your knee, bring the knee forward. Hands underneath the thigh. Shoulders back. Extend the leg. So now you're supporting that leg forward. You're not feeling the flexors. Maybe your glutes. Now let that go. Now you're feeling your flexors in the front of the hip, strengthening. Good. Now send the leg back. And as you send the leg back, you're going to tip the chest forward. Look down. Airplane arms. Then reach forward. Sweep the arms down. Bring the leg in as you lift the chest up. Fantastic work. Inhale and reach up. Let's continue on. Exhale, fold over. Lengthen the head forward. Plant your hands. Go through a vinyasa or downward dog. So you can come to the mat or chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Bend your knee, bring the thigh in to your belly, then shift forward, plant your foot on the floor. Set your heel down. Everybody, warrior two. So truly that cue of setting your heel down first, lifting your toes is super helpful, stepping forward. So I'll probably repeat that over and over again a lot. Relax your shoulders. But the other thing is rounding the back so you have space. Reverse warrior. Hand behind the thigh, reach your right arm up, feel the front body stretch, and then side angle. Let's flow through that one more time. And then we'll add on a couple of poses and then go to the other side. Reverse, and then side angle. So hold side angle for a moment. Reach the arm so you can press into the forearm right here so you're not dumping into the shoulder, right? So you want to have integrity right there. And if you want to, reach down and touch the floor. And then optional, bind underneath, or wrapping the arm underneath the leg. So you have to shift the knee forward just so it's right over the ankle. Lift the inner arch, press into the big toe, then look up towards the ceiling, opening up the body to the side. Beautiful. So unbind, Place your hands on the floor, look down at the mat, lift your left heel. Now we're gonna go turn to the other side with a side plank. So edge of your left foot, right foot in the center. So you're propping up. So press into the edge of your foot, reach the right arm up, lift your hips, open the body to the side. Maybe you put your heel down, press into the side of your legs and your hips. Feel the outside of your hips working. Good. Now, place your hand on the floor, face the mat, and Vinyasa. So shift, then lower, lift up through, draw your shoulders back, abs in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Bend your knee, bring your thigh to your belly. Shift forward. Remember, heel touches first. Then set your toes down. Heel down, warrior two. So here in warrior two, reaching your arms forward and back. Look at your knee. Tracks to your second toe, right? Relax your shoulders, shift the knee forward more. Press into your feet, squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Pressing into the big toe, all the toes of the foot, the feet, and the heel. Reverse warrior. Hand behind the thigh. Reach the arm over the ear. Kind of lean the shoulder back. Weight goes back, rocks into the heels. Side angle. Place your form on your thigh. Everybody set up right here and reach up and over. And look up. One more time, reverse. And then we'll hold. Side angle. Press into your feet. Sweep the arms over. Integrity in the shoulder joint by pressing into the forearm and then drawing the shoulder back. Arm over the ear. And so maybe you want to touch the floor with the fingertips or even further bind by bringing the arm underneath the leg. Shift the knee forward. You can look down, knee over your ankle. Then look side and then look up. Breathe. Press into the feet evenly. Good. One more breath. Exhale it out. And now look down at the floor. Place your hands on the floor, lift the right heel up. Going to side plank. So slide your left foot in, edge of your foot. Reach up the left arm and then arm over the ear. Lift the hip up. Press into the hand. Good. Now place the hand on the floor. Go to downward dog or vinyasa. Lift it up through and then exhale back. Downward facing dog. So we're building our flow. Inhale, reach the right leg up. This time turn your toes out and bend your knee. Can't avoid doing this. Such a feel-good pose, opening up the hip. Rotate your foot at the ankle joint. Go the other direction. Then extend the leg straight. So your toes point towards the floor or your knee points towards the floor. Then bend your knee, bend at the knee, bring the thigh in, then shift forward. Look between the thumbs and set your foot between your hands. Warrior two. Inhale, all the way up. Bring it up. Reverse warrior. Side angle. So you can dip low or stay higher. Arm over the ear, draw the shoulder back right here. One more time, reverse. And then side angle. Look down at the mat, place the left hand. Lift the left heel, reach the right arm up for a twist. And then side plank. So you can stay here or go the edge of your foot, side plank. Right here, stack your feet, press into the edge of your feet, lift the hips, reach the arm. Okay, so now strength. Bend the right knee, bring your right foot beside your left hand, crescent pose. Inhale, reach your arms up. Good, bring the hands behind. Clasp your fingers, broaden through the chest. So again, where's your awareness? And your foot in front, the foot in back, squeezing your inner thighs towards each other. Shift the chest forward. So now you're bowing over, crescent pose. Unclasp your hands. Unclasp the hands and place your left elbow on the outside of your right knee, palms together, and twist. Extend through the back leg, squeezing the quad or the thigh. Beautiful. Inhale, reach your arms up, balance, press into the feet. Getting wobbly. Exhale, hands to the floor, Skandasana. So we're going to go to the long edge of the mat. Right, and then left. Bring your hands to the mat, and you can walk your hands along the floor like this. Walk your hands back, and then forward. And then to the front. Right foot, look forward, crescent pose. And you're going to balance on the right leg. We're going to come up into warrior three. So stepping or lifting the left leg. You can also slide your foot in. Lift the left leg. Tip your body forward. So like we did before, reach the arms down to back to your side. Excellent work. Set your foot down. Press into the floor with your hands. Downward facing dog. Vinyasa if you would like to. Wash, rinse, repeat. Down, lift up through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Push the floor away. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. So I'll guide you through the second side. But be present. Think about the movement from place to place. More important than where you arrive. Extend the legs straight. Toes pointing down, knee pointing down. Bend your knee first, then bring the thigh in towards your belly. Shift your weight forward. Sweep the foot in. Warrior two. Up and over the rainbow. Reaching arms forward and back. Lower down more into that warrior lunge. Feeling strong in your feet. Squeezing the legs, the thighs towards each other. Reverse warrior. All the way up and over the ear with the arms. Draw the shoulder back. Then sweep over side angle. Put your forearm on your thigh, knee over the ankle, right arm over your ear. Look side. Maybe you want to lower down more, but lengthen through the sides. Try not to round or make a C shape in the side. Reach up or reverse. So strong forward leg, knee over the ankle, side angle. Reach up and over. Good. Now look down. Reach your right hand for the floor. Lift the heel. And reach the left arm up. Go to the edge of your foot. If you want to side plank, extend the leg straight or prop the leg in front. Lift the hips, reach the arm over the ear. Press into the floor. Okay, so you're going to bend your left knee and bring the knee in. Now use your hand, guide your foot forward. And then you're facing the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent pose. You're doing great. Lengthen through the back leg. Pull your front ribs in. So rather than doing like that, right, you want to pull your ribs in so you have integrity in the back or strength in the back. Also your core muscles. Then bring your hands to your heart. Round or shift your body forward, hands behind, clasp first, broaden through the chest. And then place the elbow on the outside of your leg, turn. Make sure the right heel is pointing up. Excellent, untwist, reach up. So here's where you're gonna balance on that forward leg. So reach your arms forward, so you shift the weight into the forward foot, lift your leg, slide your foot in if you need to, or just lift up and balance. Reach, and then sweep the arms to your sides. Tip the chest forward, relax the shoulders. Set your foot down. Inhale and reach your arms up. Exhale your hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. Vinyasa. Exhale and back. Child's pose, briefly, 3 breaths. Knees to the floor. Big toes touching each other. Put your forehead down and bring your arms to your sides. You can even grab your heels with your hands. One more breath. And lift up your chest, walk your hands forward. Downward facing dog. Lift your knees. Reach your heels to the back of the mat. And lift your right leg up. Turn your toes out. Bend your knee. Extend straight. Do that again. Bend your knee, opening up. And if you want to flip this over by bringing your foot to the floor, rising up onto the fingertips of the right hand, and lift your hip. Right arm up and over the ear. And then bring your hand to the floor, right leg up. Excellent. Bend your knee, bring the thigh to your belly, shift forward, set your foot down, and then set your heel down, warrior 2. Let's flow. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. One more time. Inhale, reverse, lifts you up. Exhale, side angle. Good. Look down, hand on the floor. Twist or side plank. Breathe. Set up straight, body, arm over the ear. Lift your right leg, grab your right knee, bring your right foot forward. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, sweep back, or sweep to the side and twist. Look side. Inhale, reach up. And now here's warrior 3. Shift forward, lift. Reach that leg up, straight leg, reach the arms, and then bring your arms to your sides. Beautiful job. Set your foot down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach the hands for the floor. Inhale, right leg goes up, 3-limb dog. Great. Bring the knee underneath your body and hover right there. Press into the floor. Extend the right leg up, 3-limb dog. Bring the knee under the body and hover. We're going to do that again. Inhale up. So adding a little intensity. Knee under the body, under the belly, and hover. Then turn to the left, reach the right foot underneath. Keep your hands right here. And then maybe open up, lift the left arm up. Rock star. Good. Now just try. Lift your right foot up off the floor. Left hand to the floor. Reach the right leg up, 3-limb dog. Beautiful. Vinyasa. Lower. Lift up through. Exhale back. Breathe. Inhale, left leg up. Turn your toes out. Bend your knee. Rotate at the ankle joint. Flip or not. Beautiful job. Reach the left hand for the floor. Right leg goes up, 3-limb dog. Inhale. With your breath, bend your knee, thigh to your belly, step your foot forward. As you inhale, set your heel down, warrior 2. Up and over. Reverse. Inhale. Side angle. All the way up and over. And reverse. Press into your feet, you guys. Give your hips and your lower back support, integrity in your body. Side angle. And now turn or place your right hand on the floor. Lift your heel, side plank. This or this or this. Open up the body. Look out to the side. Lift your left leg, grab your knee. Step your foot forward. You've got this. Inhale, crescent pose. Reach up, arms behind. Clasp your hands and then bow forward and twist. Crescent pose. Make sure your knee's over your ankle. Make that adjustment, micro adjustments always along the way. Good, now untwist, look forward. Here's where you're gonna lift up by reaching forward, shift your weight forward, up. Warrior 3. Reach the leg straight, reach the arm straight, then sweep the hands to your side. Set your foot down. Place the hands on the floor. 3-limb dog. Lift that leg up, 3-limb dog. Now bring the knee into your belly and hover, shifting into plank with the leg up. Do it again. Bring it underneath, shift forward, and lift up. Excellent. This time, hold. Extend the leg underneath, edge the foot on the floor. Go into the insole of your right foot. Reach the right arm up. Rock star. Draw your shoulder back. Lift your left foot. Right hand to the floor. Left leg goes up. Inhale. Vinyasa or not. Shift, lower, up. Exhale back. Downward dog. Set your knees down. Child's pose. 3 breaths. Put your forehead down. We'll bookmark right here. Coming into Malasana. Lift up your head. Hands on the mat. Lift your hips. Walk your hands back. Lift your knees. So here you're probably in lifting your heels up. That's okay. But try to sink your heels back. I'll come to the middle of the mat. Everybody ready? So, find your place. Maybe come to the middle of the mat. Pull your abs in. Lift your heart. Lengthen the tailbone down. And then lift up slightly. Elbows on the inside of your knees. So your toes are turned out slightly. Your knees are going the same direction as your toes. An important point. You don't want to let your knees droop in. So your knees are the same direction as your toes. Keeping integrity in the hips. Lift up. Strength here. Super nice, good stretch. Supporting position for you. Crow pose, hands on the floor. So just try. I'm going to show you how to practice this. So hands on the floor, you'll reach about as far as your arms will lengthen, right? That's how I gauge it. Some people may be different, but I just gauge it by how far my hands will reach, but not trying to reach, but just right there. So hands on the floor, then my elbows bend. And if I lift my heels and sink my knees into my triceps, press into my hands, round your back, like I taught you earlier with stepping through. Lift your right foot off the floor. There's your strength. And set it down, and then your left foot up. There's your strength. Press into your hands, and then set your foot down. And then let's fold. Let's give our legs a break. Turn your toes out, bend your knees, Malasana. So that's how you practice coming into crow pose. It takes a while. It takes a little while to actually get to the point where you feel the confidence to come up, but eventually you'll get that. It's an accessible pose for every person. You just have to practice if you want to do that. It builds confidence having the ability to bounce on your hands. So hands on the floor. Practice again, lifting one foot at a time. So first, let's shift the knees up into the upper outer arms around your back. So pulling in your abs, lift your toes off the floor. And then just try to hold it for 5 breaths. Press into your fingertips, that's your breaks. And then set your feet down when you're ready and fold over. Reach for your elbows. Change the crossing from the default way. Cross the other way. Sway your arms to the left and to the right, to the left and to the right. Bring your hands to the mat, lengthen forward. The body forward, crown of the head, exhale, fold. Inhale and rise. Reach up, stretch it out. Let's go through our warrior series sequence again. So starting again. Inhale, reach. Look up. Exhale, fold. Lengthen forward. Exhale, plant the hands, Vinyasa. Bring your chest up through, press the feet into the floor, flip over the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up, and then turn your toes out and bend your knee. Maybe you flip this over, up and over the ear with the arm, and then set your right hand down, right leg goes up. Bend your knee, thigh to belly, shift forward, set your heel down, and then the foot down. And place your foot on the floor. You can also pay attention to how heavy you are shifting your foot to the floor. So try not to hear the sound of your foot coming forward. Shift your knee forward. Reverse warrior. Side angle. Reverse. One more time. Make this your best round yet. Side angle, but then place your hand on the floor. Twist right up. Side plank if you'd like to. Open the body to the side. Reach the arm up. Lift your right leg. Grab your knee. Place your foot on the floor. Inhale, crescent pose. Sweep your hands down behind to the sides and reach behind you. Clasp the hands and lean forward. Unclasp your hands. Twist. Extend through that back leg. Great. Now look forward. Inhale, crescent pose. Warrior 3. Shift forward. Lift your leg. Look down. Reach the arms to your sides. Half moon. Reach your hands for the floor. So fingers on the floor. If you have a block, excellent. So your right hand is on the floor. And you can line your thumb up with your pinky toe. Then turn your left toes out to the side, hand to your hip, reach the arm up, look to the side, and maybe look up at your hand. If you fall out, it's okay. Grab your foot if you want to. For a thigh stretch, press into the hand, lift the heart. So the foot's pressing in the hand. Now let that go, set your foot down, hands on the mat, 3-limb dog, right leg up. Bend and straighten that standing leg, right? That working leg. Vinyasa if you'd like to. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Let's get through it. Turn your toes out. Bend your knee. Everybody enjoy the movement from place to place. Don't focus on where you're getting to. But the movement. Left hand to the floor. Left leg up. The brain likes to, or the mind likes to attach to something. But try not to do that. Press the floor away. Bend your knee. Bring the thigh in towards your belly. Shift forward. Lightly bring the foot forward. Set your right foot down. Warrior 2. Right there. Bam. Look over the front hand. Reverse. And then side angle, but the movement's more important from one place to the other. Side, reverse. Side angle. Up and over the ear. Great. Now bring the right hand down. Lift your right foot up. Twist. Hold that or go to side plank. Arm over the ear. Lift the hips. Lift your right leg, or left leg, grab your left knee, bring your foot forward. Crescent pose, inhale. Straighten the back leg. So the hands behind, clasp, reach the knuckles. Chest comes towards the forward thigh. Balancing. Unclasp your hands, elbow to the outside of your leg, twist. Beautiful. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent pose. Warrior 3, here we go. Weight forward, shift your arms forward, lift your leg, reach that leg away from you, arms straight. Half moon, bring the hands down for the mat. I'm gonna hop so I can be in view. So your pinky toe lines up with your hand. Turn your right toes out, right arm up, straighten the left leg, abs in. Then maybe you bend your foot or your knee so you can grab your foot. Straighten your leg, open your body to the side, press your hand in your foot or your foot in your hand, and then let it go. Foot to the floor, 3-limb dog, left leg up, bend and straighten. Beautiful. And then bring your thigh or your left knee underneath you. We didn't do that. Press into the floor. The other side, we'll go back there. Extend the leg underneath. Get the insole of your right foot, right arm up. Good. Then exhale your right hand to the floor. Lift your left leg up. Then lower your left leg. Let's do the other side. Right leg up. Inhale. Push the floor away. Shift forward. Thigh underneath your belly. Extend the leg underneath you. Rock star. Insole of your left foot. Right arm goes up. Press into the hand. Exhale your hand to the floor. Inhale, right leg up. 3-limb dog. Then vinyasa, the last one in the class. You made it. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Set your knees down, child's pose. Knees apart, body comes between the legs. Reach the hands to your feet. Put the forehead on the mat. And then lift up. So bring your legs together. Tuck your toes. So get your toes really tucked under, sliding your toes under, and then lift all the way up. Inhale and reach. Ustrasana. So shift the hips forward, look up, bring your hands behind your back for support. So press your hands here, fingertips pointing towards the back of your knees, or turn your hands around, elbows drawing towards each other, look up, and lean your shoulders back. Don't drop the head back, keep your neck straight, but tip the head, the neck, or the head back. And then look forward. Bring your chin in, look forward. Okay, let's do that one more time. If you want to, you can reach down for your ankle and lift up, and then the other side. So a little fluid movement right here. The option also is to sit down on your heels, touch your ankles so you have that connection, and then lift up your hips, press your hips forward, and then lean the shoulders back and the head back. Opening the front body, abs in. Don't crank the lower back. Then lift up, tuck your chin. It's an invigorating position or pose. Opening the front body. Now set your feet down and sit on your heels. Very good. Get a sip of water if you need to. We're going to come to a seated position and stretch our legs seated and then lie back on the mat. We'll finish with Shavasana. Just a few minutes. So slide your feet out, extend your legs out straight. Let's go into a straddle stretch. So I'm going to face you, legs out, actually on the mat like this. So we're going to stay seated. We're going to ultimately come to pigeon pose from here. So your hands are on your shins and just sitting up tall. Get comfortable. Press into your heels. And then with a flat back, walk your hands forward. Point your elbows towards the floor. Walk them out as far as you can and look down at the mat, abs in, press into the calves and the heels. Make sure your heels are making that connection. Reach more. As you hold this position,
So think of this part of the yoga class as your yin, the yin part of the class. So it's always, there's a format, of course, building and then adding a little intensity in places, and then getting to finish with a couple of yin or poses that are held for a longer period of time. Reach your arms forward more as you exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk your hands in. And now you're going to bend your right knee and bring your right foot to your inner thigh, similar to when we went into tree pose. But I want you to bring your foot to your thigh and then turn toward the bent knee side. Look over your shoulder so you'll feel the stretch through the back of your hip and the side as you turn the shoulder back. Look forward, and then you're going to reach for, so center your body towards the extended leg, and then you're going to reach your hands along the leg, this leg, keep your heel to your glute, and then shift your torso so that it's right over the thigh. We're going to revolve by bringing your hand on the left arm on the inside of your left leg, and then reach across and grab the edge of your foot and reach the right arm up and over the ear. Then maybe you can grab your toes and breathe in and out. So look up towards the ceiling. So the idea is to actually get your face facing the ceiling if you can. It takes a lot of flexibility here. You're getting into your hamstring, stretching that out. Reach the left elbow for the floor. You can also take your left hand and press into the crease, pushing that away, lengthening through that upper side body. Good. Take another breath in, and then exhale and then lift up. So now we're going to go into pigeon pose. So your right leg is going underneath you. So you're going to shift your hands to the floor, turning, bringing the right leg underneath. So you'll shift this foot, this shin parallel to the front of the mat or close to. Press your toes into the floor. The left leg goes back straight. You can look back behind and see that leg is straight, and then walk your hands forward. Maybe you want to stack your wrists or your fists and place your forehead down. Here's where you want to be aware of is your hips being level. Then maybe reach your arms forward and lay your chest down on top of the leg. Press your foot into the floor behind you. So really press into the toes. Engage the body here. So you're stretching through the hip, that right leg, that right hip, the hip rotator. Snug the toes into the mat. And your forehead is just lightly kissing the mat. And breathe in and out. 2 more breaths. Inhale and lift your head. Walk your hands in. Lift up. Feel your flexors stretch on that left side, fingertips on the floor. Now you're going to sit on your right glute and bring your feet in front of you like we did in the beginning of class and tip the knees side to side. And we'll go to the other side. And then finish with Shavasana. Okay, so now sit on your mat, legs out, extended, like that. Sit up tall. Walk your hands forward. Press your calves into the floor. Reach more. Breathe. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe you can sink closer to the floor. Maybe you put your forearms down or right here.
Coming to whatever edge you feel comfortable with today in this moment. Then lift up. And now you're going to turn towards, actually bring your left foot into the inner thigh. And then turn to the left. So you're twisting first, hand on the outside of your leg for leverage. So you'll press into that. Press into the hand, into the thigh. Good. And now look forward first, then turn the shoulders, the body, facing the extended leg. Sit up tall, foot to your inner thigh, and then walk your hands down the leg. Body centered over your leg. Breathe in, press into the calf and the heel. Maybe you can bring your nose all the way down to your knee. Reach your arms. Then lift up. Bring your arm on the inside of your leg. Try to touch with your elbow. Then maybe you can reach around and grab the edge of your foot. And then open up your body to the side. Lengthen to the side. Reach up. And then over. Reach for your toes. So if you press into the elbow, you can potentially turn just a little bit more. So holding the toes, if you will, or reach into space. Maybe you can also try to bring your right hand, press into the left crease, hip crease, and then so feel the length of this body as you press. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift up. And then we're going to go into pigeon pose on the other side. So your left leg is going to go up underneath you. Reach the right leg back. Arms to the floor. So right here, my heel is at my groin. When I started practicing, this was actually the best I could do. So what you want to work towards, so first of all, let me move into the frame. Put the top of the foot down. Look back at your leg. You want to point your knee to the outside edge of the mat. When you do that, your shin goes more parallel to the front. And then maybe you can move it forward, but you want to flex the foot into the mat and then lower down to your forearms. And then maybe reach your arms forward, put your forehead down. So the hips are squared and then your shoulders. If your hip is up high on the left side, place something underneath it. And breathe. Keep flexing your toes into the mat. And breathe into any space that feels more tension than others. But then bring your attention away from the obvious. To your shoulders maybe, to your neck. Relax. Now walk the hands in to your shin, lift up your chest, press into the foot behind you, and then you're going to sink into that hip, the left hip, and lift your knees and turn your body so that your legs are reaching towards the front of the mat. So when you lie down, your head is to the back of the mat, tip your knees side to side. Bring your feet out wide. And then reach behind your hamstrings and lower down. Place your right ankle on your left knee. It's actually not your ankle, it's your leg, because you want the bone of your ankle on the outside of your knee. Then flex your foot, press your hand into this knee, thread the right hand through and around the kneecap, and then the left hand around. If you can. If you can't grab around the knee, then grab around the hamstring. So this just deepens the pose. Here's the cue. Here's the main cue. You want to press your lower back into the floor. So don't let your back arch. You can actually test that. So round the back. You'll feel your hamstring and the glute on that right side. But then press your back into the floor. The right knee away from you. There's your alignment. Rotate the left foot. And then rotate the other way. Great. Now let's change sides. So right foot on the floor, left ankle on right knee. Lift your right foot up, press the knee away, flex your foot, reach your hand around, grab around the knee, and then the opposite knee, pressure back into the floor, flex your foot, and then rotate the right foot. The right foot. And then you can then hold that. Lift the back, arching the spine, and then lower down your back onto the floor. Just noticing where the contraction or the stretch goes. Do that again. So round your back, feel that in your hamstring, and then pressure back into the floor. So notice how everything is connected. So that's your back moving, causing you to feel something in your glute and your hamstring, right? Or it's shifting of your pelvis. Good. Now release. Everyone, knees in. Happy baby. So if you're feeling stiff right here, hold it for a little bit longer. If you're feeling okay with that, then you can go ahead and set up your body for Shavasana. So a couple of minutes, and then we'll be on our way for the day. So you'll extend your legs out, right leg towards the right corner, left heel towards the left corner. Let your feet go, and then lift your shoulders up and set them down evenly. Lift your hips up and set your lower back onto the floor evenly. Head on the floor comfortably. Lots of bleeds. Relax and close your eyes. The next 5 breaths of air, control, breathing in deeply through your nose. And then exhaling it out, either through the nose or through the mouth, whatever feels comfortable for you at this point. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through the mouth or the nose. Again, for just this moment in time, be present. It's easy to attach to thoughts and attach to something happening. It makes the mind comfortable to attach to something, but for a moment, let your thought go rather than sitting on it and contemplating or reflecting. Stay steady with your mind and your breath. Bring your focus to the top of your head. The crown of the head. Imagine a hand lightly touching the top of your head, making a connection. Bring your focus down to the mind's eye, the third eye, space of intuition. Maybe your sixth sense. Bringing focus down the nose, the tip of the nose, to your lips, your chin, relaxing your jaw, relaxing the shoulders. Are you holding tension there? Inadvertently. Relax the shoulders, the chest completely, the arms, both arms on the mat. And then down to your belly, softening, and your hips, relaxing. Each leg, the feet. Begin to move your fingers and move your toes. And you can start to bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor. And then roll over to the side and rest your head in your arm, on your arm for a moment. Bend your knees so you're comfortable. Put your palm in front to balance you. Feel the earth underneath the hand. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out, and then push yourselves up to a seated position, sitting up tall. Then bring your hands together, edge of the hands to the heart, and thanks and in gratitude. And the edge of the hands to the forehead, the mind's eye, between the brow, making a connection. Relax the shoulders, bowing your chin, in thanks and in gratitude for our practice, our ability to move. Thank you. Namaste. Enjoy. I'll see you again. Thank you. Please leave your comments, and if you have questions, and I'd like to know that you were here if you were here. Thank you. Bye.